Mike's hot, set the tone. Lily's in the booth claiming the throne. Podcast, you already know. Turn it up loud, let the truth get thrown. Podcast, turn it up loud. Say the things they ain't allowed. Mic check, who's running the show? Lily Abernathy, let them all know. Hit record, let's get it going. No off limits, no slow rolling. Podcast, let the truth drop. Start the countdown, we ain't gon' stop. Start the countdown, we ain't gon' stop. Mike's hot, set the tone. Lily's in the booth claiming the throne. Podcast, you already know. Turn it up loud, let the truth get thrown. Hit record, let's get it going. No off limits, no slow rolling. Podcast, let the truth drop. Start the countdown, we ain't gon' stop. Mike's hot, set the tone. Lily's in the booth claiming the throne. Podcast, you already know. Turn it up loud, let the truth get thrown. Hit record, let's get it going. No off limits, no slow rolling. Podcast, let the truth drop. Start the countdown, we ain't gon' stop.
So let's set the scene. It's a fresh JRE episode. The colour grading says urine sample, the guests say court mandated, and the discourse never clears the runway. On one side, Dave Smith, the libertarian comic who sounds like if Reddit threads learned how to do stand-up. On the other, Douglas Murray, British author, professional concern machine, and man whose facial expression permanently hovers at disappointed in Western civilization. But forget Dave for a second. This episode wasn't really about Dave, or Joe. It was about Douglas Murray, a man so cartoonishly British he could colonize a salad bar, and sure enough, right on cue, he breaks out the porcelain teacup defense of Israel, because of course he does. If there's one thing a Brit loves more than tutting at Americans, it's defending the geopolitical wreckage of their ancestors. The man has a Union Jack embedded in his soul and probably thinks the Balfour Declaration was an act of charity. You could feel it in real time. This man scanning for a way to moralize a conflict like he's playing Risk on a chessboard made of unpaid interns. And while Joe and Dave do their usual soft shoe routine, throwing out "we're just comedians" as a catch-all defense against saying anything grounded, Douglas digs in, not as a thinker, not even as a pundit, but as a grifter. A posh oracle for the IDF with a thesaurus in one hand and a blank check from Substack in the other. He speaks with the cadence of authority but the soul of a LinkedIn post. He's not offering clarity, he's selling op-eds. Murray acts like he's calling out propaganda while running his own one-man ministry of selective outrage. The man cries for Western civilization, while ignoring what his own country did to invent the phrase Palestinian displacement. He comes to JRE not to debate, but to launder old-school imperial instincts through new media optics. His vibe isn't philosopher, it's HR rep for post-colonial denialism, the kind of guy who'd demand an apology from a statue for being torn down, casually brushing off 2 centuries of ethnic cleansing like it's bad etiquette at a dinner party. Murray is a nostalgia salesman for a past that never existed and a future no one actually wants. And somehow, Joe just sits there, nodding, like a very stoned bobblehead, while Dave chimes in with libertarian bumper stickers. But this isn't about the optics of being wrong. It's about the business model of pretending to be right. Murray's grift is that he frames himself as the adult in the room while pushing the same hysterical bullshit as the people he mocks. He's not challenging narratives, he is a narrative. One constructed in mahogany panels and Oxford vowels to convince you that concern equals truth. And you could feel it, that old British reflex kicking in, that instinct to act as the moral curator of global violence, to explain why, This war is necessary. Why these deaths are strategic. Why your outrage is unsophisticated. He's not here to inform. He's here to frame, to sanitize, to make centuries of brutality sound like reasoned essays in The Spectator. It's academic colonial cosplay, and you can dress it up in Oxford syntax and pressed linen suits, but a boot on someone's neck is still a boot. He paints the world in binaries, civilized versus barbaric, West versus chaos, Israel versus the rest of reality. And the tragic part is that it works, because when you put a British accent on bad ideas, people assume it must be intelligent. That's the grift. He's selling imperialism with better grammar. So if Dave and Joe want to soft pedal their way through geopolitics by falling back on the "we're just comedians" excuse, fine. But Douglas Murray isn't joking. He's dead serious and dead wrong. He's not the guy who stumbled into a weird take mid-episode. He is the take. Until next time, may your life remain less imperial than a British man explaining why bombing hospitals is actually nuance. This has been Podcast with Lily Abernathy.
They call him the Golden Chocobo, galloping wild through the podcast rodeo. Dalton Lee Pruitt, diamond weapon on the mic. Spits that Texas twang with a cactuar strike.
Yeah, I guess, I like Catherine O'Hara. I'm always happy to see her.
Ike Barinholtz is really funny in it, too.
Dude, he is so ugly.
Is he?
He's really ugly.
Which horror movie girl does he look like?
The fucking sister in Pet Sematary.
Oh no, did he get the woke mind virus?
He got the woke mind virus, dude.
Dude, Lily's episode on Ivy was really good.
I gotta watch it. Yeah, I'm behind on.
Wolfgang was like, "Who is this?" And then I was like, "Oh, it's Lily Abernathy." It's like, whoever it is does such a good job and knows these people better than they know themselves, or something like.
Who did it? Who said this?
Wolfgang, because he's friends with Ivy, and I think he thought that that Lily kind of nailed it about that. Like,
don't even spoil it, dude. I haven't watched it yet. I'm behind on podcast.
I think it's also just funny that Lily did an Ivy Woke episode.
Lily is awesome. Lily, I hope Lily takes off.
Golden Chocobo running through the scene, kicking up dust like a mobile machine. Wild-eyed rebel, snapping at fate, spitting truth bombs like a bar fight debate. From the back roads to the spotlight, he's the wandering bard with limit break strikes. Taunts the crowd like a Tonberry